Let's dive a little bit deeper into the returning SWAC regular season and conference tournament champions, the Southern Jaguars. Now, if you're just looking at the wins and loss record of this team, you're truly not getting the full story. Southern's non-conference schedule was intense. 6 out of their 11 out-of-conference games came against AP top 25 opponents. They did play 2 NAIAs, and their last 3 games came against P4 unranked opponents. And in those 3 games, Southern went 2-1. They handed Arizona their first loss, they beat Houston, and they fell short to SMU. So that schedule alone should show you and tell you how battle-tested this Lady Jags team is. Now let's take a closer look at this roster. Southern isn't just deep, they play their depth. In every single game, they've played 10 or more players, and they have 10 who average double-digit minutes. That really matters, especially in a conference like the SWAC, where games are physical, aggressive, and oftentimes played at a high tempo. Wear and tear is inevitable. And when you've had 10 players who have built chemistry, learned each other's tendencies, and have real in-game experiences together, that's an advantage, especially in March in the SWAC when it's a one-bid league. And if you're looking for a go-to scorer on this team, you're really not going to find one. The Southern Jags are extremely balanced across the scoring column. Amongst their main rotation, the point averages range from 9.9 down to 3.1. They really don't care who gets a bucket as long as a bucket is made. The depth shows up in players like Demaya Porter, Jalea Reed, Zaria Hurston, Jocelyn Tate, Michaela Cunningham, Justiny Dixon, and Deshaunte Edwards, just to name a few. And at the center of it all is head coach Coach Funchess, who has really built a culture rooted in defense. And despite the high-level talent that this Southern team has played throughout their out-of-conference schedule, they still sit in the top 3 defensively within the SWAC. And throughout the season, they've gotten better with their rotations, their communication, and their discipline on the defensive end. Now, defensively, Southern wants to make shots so they can immediately turn around and pressure the ball. They're even going to pressure the ball off of misses, but they love to full court press. We'll see them mix it up between a man-to-man, a 1-2-2 zone. They trap, they do run and jumps. Their guards really lead the way as they're extremely scrappy, physical, athletic, and they are relentless hounds on the ball. Like, they are constantly looking for deflections, tips, and steals. This team wants to score off of turnovers and especially in transition. Now, sometimes that aggressiveness by the guards can hurt the team as it leads to silly fouls, staying in double teams too long, which lead to slower rotations and the helpers help not being there, and can cause leak out easy buckets for the opposing team. But those are all things that I see working themselves out through conference play as this team has progressively gotten better at communication and quicker transitions out of double teams. Offensively, Southern runs a lot of 4-out, 1-in with Porter or Hall, and sometimes even a smaller lineup sliding Delancey to the 5. They use their post a lot in on-ball screens and allowing the guards to read the defense and play make off of that. Sometimes we'll even see the two posts at the high post, the elbows, with shooters spaced out in the corners, and a lot of screening action to see what the defense is going to commit to and having wrinkles and decision making based off of what the defense is giving you, whether that's the mid-range shot, the slip to the basket by the post, or the pop back for the shot. So they really use a lot of screening, especially on ball screens. Anything can happen in SWAC play. It's aggressive, physical, and competitive. But with depth, defense, and a team that has been tested, I wouldn't doubt seeing Southern back within those top few spots, defending their title at both the regular season and the conference tournament.